Texas universities are being told to ignore Title IX changes. It's May 8th, 2024, and these are your headlines. Here's an update to a story we've been talking a lot about. Governor Greg Abbott is now instructing Texas's universities to ignore a controversial rewrite of federal Title IX rules by the Biden administration that would threaten the privacy and safety of female students. Last month, the Biden administration rolled out a rewrite of Title IX rules. It's designed to prohibit sex-based discrimination in education, but this new version would add gender identity as a protected class, forcing schools to allow biological males to use female spaces. And if a school refuses to comply, federal funding would be withheld. The new rules, as they are now, are set to go into effect on August 1st, but while Governor Abbott had already instructed the TEA, Texas Education Agency, which oversees Texas's K-12 schools, he's told them to ignore the new rules. Recent reporting revealed that Texas A&M University was scrambling to comply. In a recent article by the student newspaper, The Battalion, Rick Olshak, the university's director of Title IX and student conduct compliance, lamented the fact that the new regulations did not go far enough in extending to transgender competition in athletics. Reported, he said, the Biden administration left out the most polarizing piece of the regulation, which is transgender participation in athletics. So we were very disappointed when we heard the rumor that this part would be left out, but we also understood that it is April before the election. Well, in a letter to Texas's public university systems today, Governor Abbott called on each school to, quote, ignore President Biden's unlawful Title IX rewrite. He said, as I have already made clear, Texas will not comply with President Joe Biden's rewrite of Title IX that contradicts the original purpose and spirit of the law to support the advancement of women. Last week, I instructed the TEA to ignore President Biden's illegal dictate of Title IX. Today, I am instructing every public college and university in the state of Texas to do the same. He went on to say, I signed laws to ensure the safety of our students on campus and provide a process for adjudicating reports of sexual harassment and sexual assault with adequate due process for all parties involved, as well as laws to protect the integrity of women's sports by prohibiting men from competing against female athletes. And I will not let President Biden erase the advancements Texas has made. Now, according to Abbott's office, the letter was sent to Texas A&M, Texas Southern, Texas State, Texas Tech, Texas Women's University System, the University of Houston, University of North Texas, and the University of Texas system, as well as Texas's community colleges. Additionally, Attorney General Ken Paxton has already filed a lawsuit against the Biden administration, calling the Title IX rewrite, quote, plainly illegal, undemocratic, and divorced from reality. Governor Abbott is also now lambasting the Biden administration over a new proposal that would allow the United States Air Force to transfer Air National Guard units without gubernatorial approval. In a letter to President Biden, Abbott expressed his opposition to the U.S. Department of the Air Force's legislative proposal 480, which is set to be included in the next National Defense Authorization Act. The proposal allows the Air Force to transfer the Guard units to the U.S. Space Force, the U.S. Military Space Services arm, reconfigured to be its own branch in 2019. Governor Abbott warned in his letter that legislative proposal 480 put forth by the U.S. Department of the Air Force poses an intolerable threat to the Texas National Guard. He said Congress has long required the consent of a governor before units can be transferred out of the National Guard, he commands. By departing from this sensible arrangement and allowing the secretaries to dismantle National Guard units on a whim, legislative proposal 480 would set a dangerous precedent. The governor also noted the importance of having Guard members available to respond immediately to natural disasters, civil disturbances, cartel activity, and other crises. Abbott's not the first official to oppose the proposal. Last week, 53 governors, including Democrats J.B. Pritzker of Illinois, Jared Polis of Colorado, and Kathy Hochul of New York, signed a letter condemning it. That's 53 governors, by the way, of states and territories. That's how we get the Obama number, 58 states he visited? Anyways, I continue. Tuesday, a bipartisan group of 56 representatives and 29 senators also issued a letter urging Congress to reject the proposal before it reaches the House floor. Big news in Houston as Houston Police Chief Troy Finner has resigned after new developments in the controversy where incident reports in 260,000 cases went uninvestigated for 8 years. And when that story broke, Finner claimed he discovered cases were going uninvestigated when he was appointed chief in 2021 and immediately ordered the department to stop using it.
Is it possible to morph from a hero into a villain? I'm Valerie Munoz. Join me as I introduce you to the most powerful lobbying group in Texas. One that started as a savior, but has become the very thing they were created to destroy. Listen now to Season 7 of Exposed, The Beast of Austin, available wherever you get podcasts.
When the story broke, Finner claimed he discovered cases were going uninvestigated when he was appointed chief in 2021 and immediately ordered the department to stop. Well, an email thread newly obtained by KHOU found that the Houston Police Department command staff was notified of this issue in 2018. The thread in that email included then Police Chief Art Acevedo and Finner. In the email, Finner, the only one who replied, said, "This is unacceptable. Look into it and follow up with me," showing he was aware of the issue before he claimed to be. And when news of the email broke, he released a statement saying he had no recollection of it until he was shown the email and he had been informed that it was included in the independent internal investigation into the matter, noting his lack of knowledge of it served as evidence of the true independence of the investigation. Replacing Finner right now is Acting Chief Larry Satterwhite, who most recently served as Executive Assistant Chief for Patrol Operations. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.